Okay, so correlation in my own words, I think correlation, it's a relationship between two different variables. Okay,
Hmm.
so um, let me give you an example. I like to use the real life stuff. So take an example of twins. Okay, um, which one of you has given birth to twins?
Mhm.
Me.
Okay. Now, those guys who have twins, if you have kids and you have twins, twins usually like to do the same kind of thing, isn't it? So identical twins to be exact, they like to do the same kind of thing. So their parents tend to their parents tend to
Parents tend to do similar things for them.
exactly. Guys, you should come in, eh? Kazungu Olosi. Okay, so they make for them the same clothes, same shoes, same everything. Okay, so in such a case, this correlation is considered as a positive correlation. Okay, it's considered as a positive correlation. And then we have scenarios where I have my friend Chairman. Okay, we are very good friends, but the things he likes to do, I don't like to do them. He likes to put on trousers, I like to put on shorts. Okay, he likes to swim, I don't like swimming. Okay, just
era Sharon ibyo no bimugambye
I'm promote I'm prom Sabo, I'm promoting you by the way.
neyaziza
So this kind of correlation is considered as a negative correlation. Okay, so hopefully you get the point. You get the point. So we have the same kind of scenario happening in forex, and you should be able to know to understand it, because it's going to help you and save you a lot of time. Okay, so let me go to what. So in forex, this is what happens. You'll find that there are certain pairs which are positively correlated. Okay, and there are those that are negatively correlated. Okay.
Yes.
In forex, we shall deal with percentages. Okay, we shall have pairs which are 100% positively correlated and 100% negatively correlated. Okay, that means whenever this one moves up, the other one, if they are positively correlated, they also move the same direction, almost all the time. Okay. So what is the last type of correlation? The last type of correlation is it's just zero correlation. That means it's random. Okay. Um, it's unexpected. You just don't know. Okay. So like when I meet new friends and then I just we just okay. You just do unexpected things because maybe I don't know. I haven't spent enough time with you. Okay. So that is random. Okay. I do not know what to expect. Okay. So random in forex, some pairs on certain days they will correlate the way they want. Okay, certain days they may move in the same direction. Other days they move in totally opposite directions. Okay, so guys, it in forex terms, let me give you an example. If Euro USD is positively correlated with AUD USD, okay, if the euro dollar is positively correlated with the Australian dollar, it means each time the euro USD is trending upwards, the same is going to happen to the Australian dollar. Okay. So guys, that's the simple explanation. So now I'm going to give you the correlations. So how can this help you? This, first of all, it saves your time when analyzing, okay? If you know that Euro USD has a perfect positive one, that means 100% correlation with the Australian dollar. If I buy, oh my God, wow. Sorry guys, I hadn't shared screen and nobody told me.
badde manyi osomesa bamakiwati tebeetaaga bbira bali
Temuli serious. Kale temuli serious.
I thought you were going to share later.
Guys, come on, you have to remind me. Pauline, thanks. Pauline reminded me. Okay. So you guys can see my screen?
Yeah.
Guys, please keep it low wherever you are. I just want to be able to interact with you because this is a very simple topic, so I don't want to mute anyone. So if so we are considering this too. Let me try to draw some small shapes. I'm trying to draw a small chart here very first. Okay. Okay. So we have price this side, and then let me say we have this kind of thing. Okay, so guys, you can see this.
Yeah.
So, so if I go into the market, I analyze Euro USD. All right, I analyze Euro USD, and I notice that we have a buy opportunity somewhere here. Okay, if you know that it has a perfect +1 correlation with the Australian dollar, what does this mean? This means you don't need to do analysis on the Australian dollar. Okay, it means you just have to go and place the same order for this Australian dollar. Okay, so if you have some good background of pairs of heads that are positively correlated, negatively correlated, it's going to ease the work for you and it's going to ease the profits. Okay, God forbid you shouldn't get this wrong. If if you buy it and it instead hits a stop loss, it means if you went into all the pairs you know as positively correlated, it also means they will all lose. So you have to be precise with your analysis. So the other advantage of this kind of thing is it prevents contradiction. Okay. So if you find if I find you as a trader and I look at your floating trades and I see you have a buy on Euro USD and on AUD USD you have a sell, that already tells me that you're an amateur. Okay, I'll keep quiet. I won't tell you, but it already tells me you don't know what you're doing. You're gambling. So there's only that one time when they may not move in. If they have the perfect correlation, there's only one time they may not move the same way. It happens during major news events. Okay, I'm happy my friend Mose posted something to do with events. I don't know whether you guys went through it. Yeah, but maybe I'll highlight it once more. But we shall talk about the major news events. News events happen too. We may have a day where we have major news examples, inflation rate, trade balance. So let me say I have trade balance news on the Australian dollar. Okay. The AUD itself, will make the whole pair unstable. So it may not move normally the way it does. It may not correlate the same way. So you want to avoid trading this way during major economic news events and everything. So guys, I recommend you to download a certain application. It's called investing.com. Investing.com. Okay. Download and have this app. This app will help. It brings you a calendar for every day. It brings you a calendar the whole month. You'll know the major news events happening. Okay, you'll know what to watch out for. Oh my God, look at that. If you have kids in the background, please mute yourself because I don't know who it is. Who has kids in the background? Oh my God. Diana, is that you? Okay. So guys, go download this application. You'll find all the news events there, but I'll highlight them on their day. So so right here, I want to go down and give you the pairs, a few pairs I know that correlate positively and negatively. So we have Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD. Okay, so you can next week. Okay, the forex market closes today at midnight, so you'll have a chance to review this only next week. So you see these pairs, they have a +1. +1 means they have a very strong positive correlation. If Euro USD is going up, AUD USD will also go up. Okay, the same will happen with GBP USD. All right. So if this is selling, all of these are like most they are selling. A good percentage of them are selling. All right. So what happened? Okay. So let me give you a few that I know. So Euro USD and USD CHF. CHF. Now these two have a -1. Okay. -1 meaning they have a negative correlation. Whenever Euro USD is buying, USD CHF is selling. Okay. So I don't want to see you buying Euro USD and also buying USD CHF on a normal market day. Okay. You'll make 20 pips here, you'll lose 20 pips here, and your net profit is 0. Okay. And as a trader, you'll it will take you some time to by the time you land on the knowledge regarding correlations, you will have had a number of non-profitable trades, which is not good. So let me give you a few more. So we have Euro AUD. Now these ones I discovered them on my own. Euro AUD, Euro NZD. In my first year of trading, and I realized that Euro AUD and Euro NZD have a +1. Okay, but I used to tell, and these two collectively have a negative with NZD card. Okay, these two are positively correlated, but they're negatively correlated with the pair NZD card, the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. Okay, so whenever these ones are buying, you have to sell NZD card. So actually, each time I do analysis on NZD card, it's the same thing for these two. If I'm buying this, I'm just going to short this one. I'm just going to sell them. Okay. So first of all, this simplifies your your trading, as you now know already. So guys, if you have your trend line analysis, whatever, okay, these two you just have to do it on one of them, and then you'll know how to treat the other. Okay. So let me go into something deeper. So I'm going to talk about oil and gold. Okay. So how many of you here have traded oil and gold before? Oil and gold. How many of you have traded oil and gold?
Yeah, man.
60 IUSD. This is the symbol for oil, and this is the symbol for gold. So how many of you have traded here, oil and gold? Because I want to talk about them.
Yes, sir.
It's only Mose. Mukaras, you haven't traded gold?
Not yet.
There's a person who likes gold. It is Sharon. Sharon, you like gold. Why do you like gold? You haven't, and you're not answering. Hmm?
I mean, it's expensive.
Okay, don't laugh. I think I know why you didn't want to answer. So guys, gold and oil, they are very, first of all, gold is a metal and oil is an energy. Okay, these are not currency pairs, but they are still tradable because we are able to trade natural gases and everything. Okay, because I mean, oil is out there on the market. Okay, gold is out there, it's traded on the market. All right. So let me talk about them. So one thing you notice is that oil and gold tend to give you big rewards, and they also tend to give you big losses significantly if you get them wrong. Why? This is because they have their peak value is extremely big. Okay, it's big. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you that a one peak move on gold is worth $10. It's worth $10. So I can make $20 off what? 2 pips. Am I right, Mose? I don't know. Okay. So guys, this is because the pip value of gold and oil, they're extremely big. So you don't want to get them wrong, and you need to know what you're doing when you're trading them. So let me talk about gold and its correlations. So gold. So we're dealing with gold. So gold has a positive correlation. It has a very strong positive correlation with the pair AUD USD. Okay. So why is this so? So for this, I need to explain it. So gold is going to affect the AUD positively. So they will usually buy in the same direction and sell in the same direction. Okay. Why is this so? This is because Australia as a country is the second largest gold producer. Okay. Australia produces a lot of gold. It's the second largest gold producer. All right. So whenever gold is in demand, the economy of Australia has its commodities, assets, and everything in demand as well because their gold is one of their major exports. Okay. So they will tend to move in the same direction. So let me move on to gold. and the CHF. What the CHF is this is the Switzerland currency, the CHF. Okay, so gold also has a positive +1 +1 correlation with the CHF. Why? Because more than 25% of money in Switzerland is backed by gold reserves. All right. So this is why gold and CHF move positively, and they also shot in the same direction. Okay. So gold and AUD, I'll give you that gold and CHF. Okay. So whenever you see CHF being very strong, you need to know that gold is also going to probably move the same direction CHF takes. So let me talk about oil. Oil, or XTI USD. So oil. So the correlation oil has correlations with the CAD, which is the Canadian dollar, and the yen. Okay, and the yen. So oil, CAD, and yen. What is the correlation between the three? So let me begin with oil and the CAD. Oil and the CAD. So guys, when I say oil, well, I'm simply saying CAD, but you know, a typical currency pair should have something like, it should be something like, it should be complete. It should be something like CAD, CAD JPY. Okay, I'm sure you've seen this. So CAD is the base currency, and this is the quote currency. Okay, so when I speak in terms of CAD, I'm considering it being the base currency. So if it is strong, it means it CAD is significantly stronger than the Japanese yen in that respect. So, so let's talk about oil and CAD. Okay. So what you need to know about Canada? Canada as a country is it's a major importer. Sorry, it's a major exporter for oil. Okay. So whenever oil supplies are scarce, its reserves decline. Okay, and so does its currency. All right. So for that reason, oil and CAD have a positive correlation, a +1. So when there is no oil, it means the Canadian economy is weak because oil is their biggest. It's their biggest whatever. The biggest thing they earn from whenever they export. Okay, so whenever it's scarce, they have less opportunities to make money. Okay, with
So
yes.
so oil prices wezibanga ziri wansi kitegeeza nti the card will be weak.
Yeah, it will be weak.
Because I see that's what has been happening since this coronavirus thing.
Yeah, that's very true. There was a time oil reserves crashed. I don't know. I posted something on my status. A few people understood it, but the oil reserves had crashed. I think in the companies, in the Canadian companies, there was a big flow. I think a company blew up. So that means they lost their oil reserves. So the trend for oil was something like this. Okay. So oil was moving normally. It was moving normally like this. Okay. And then the moment that accident happened, the next thing we knew, I'm going to show you in a bit. Hopefully I'll do this very fast. Guys, it's easier for me to do it here because TradingView sometimes will take long loading, and then I have to locate the exact date for when this happened. But this is what happened. Okay, the card was moving. Okay, so the accident happened. The accident happened around at the price. The price was around here. So when it happened, guess what? Oil dropped something like 1,000 pips. I don't know. Okay. So already, if you understand this kind of knowledge, you'll know what is really going on. Okay. So what about oil and yen? So these two will move together. Okay. So whenever oil is strong, the card is strong. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to oil and what? Oil and yen. What about oil and yen? The yen is JPY. The symbol for yen is JPY. Japanese yen. Hey, people know that one. Okay. So what about oil and yen? So these ones have a -1. Why? Why is it a -1? It's a -1 because Japan is it should be the major exporter for oil. It's the major exporter for oil, as far as I know. So why do they correlate negatively? This is because so imagine in this scenario, the oil whatever the accident has happened. So these guys can no longer what? Give out oil. Okay. However, these guys have their oil reserves. Okay. The Japanese guys. Okay, they had their oil. Okay. But remember these guys, the Canadians, they now no longer have enough oil to what? To export. Okay, guys, these guys are a major importer. Okay, so they always benefit from declines in oil. All right. So whenever these guys are at worst, it means they have no competition. Okay, so that is why they benefit whenever oil goes down or declines in abundance. So JPY tends to have strength whenever oil goes down, and it tends to weaken whenever oil is available. So these are basic correlations you need to know as a forex trader. So I've tried to explain them as much as I can in detail. So guys, just something to know. If your major, this is now just logic. If you're trading, if your base currency is NZD, okay, you have NZD card, you have NZD JPY, and you have NZD CHF. So what is common about all these pairs? Their base currency is NZD. Okay, you see that. So this means whenever NZD is strong, it means all these pairs are going to take the same direction whatsoever. Okay, it doesn't matter if they have the same correlation or not. Whenever news comes out and NZD is strong, it's extremely strong, they're all going to buy positions or going to short positions when NZD is weak. Okay, so and when market stabilizes, other factors come into play. Okay, for example, if you're looking to trade NZD card on a stable market day, they may not correlate the same way. Why? Because maybe there might be some JPY news that comes in later on. Obviously, if there is JPY news, it doesn't affect this pair. So this pair will move independently from this one. So these are just things you need to know each time you're inside the market hunting for tips. Yeah, so guys, I would like to stop there on the topic regarding correlation. And if you have any questions, now is the time to put them forward. Otherwise, Q&A. Hello?
Yes.
Seven.
Yes, yes, sir.
Kakati
Hey. Yes, please.
nina akantu ke mbadde njagala okukonfamingako.
Yes, please.
This oil JPY.
Hey.
You said it's a negative correlation.
Yeah.
Negative one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kakati
Yeah.
nze mbadde ndowooza
Hmm.
sometimes oil buli waba nga alinnya
Hmm.
wabaawo like an effect of inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Wabaawo risk ya inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Kati
Mm.
during times of inflation,
Yes.
ndaba very many people run to the safe havens, safe assets.
Yeah, that's true.
Ate jukira mu currencies eziri safe assets, safe gundi kuliko USD,
Mm.
JPY,
Mm.
then also gold.
Mm.
So I don't know. Does that make sense or wanzali mukubagana?
No, it makes sense. The only difference being that JPY as a currency, yeah, for them they will always benefit from a decline in oil, whatever, a decline in oil reserves. Okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter. Okay. Huh. So it doesn't really matter the sentiment of the people. For them as an economy, they will benefit from it because this is the time they are going to import more because they have no competition in this period from the CAD. Okay. So this is their time to make money. So,
Okay.
yeah, regardless of whatever happens, the yen is going to move up for that particular reason. Yeah. So guys, you guys have no questions, huh? Which means
Neyakayingira alabika atulabyeko nnyo.
Wanji, waliwo abuuza? You have 1 minute.
Wadde ogambye
Yes.
wadde ogambye kwogera ku position sizing.
Position sizing. I have 1 minute now. Tomorrow, Skaran, Jude.
Yes, sir.
Enkya tugenda kwogera ku Judas goat. Tomorrow we're discussing Judas goat and how it affects the market. Embuzi ya Judah. So in that
Judas Iscariot.
Yes, there is Judas Iscariot in Forex. Tugenda mwogera kenkya, and then I'll also talk about position sizing. Right? But you need to remind me.
Yes, sir.
Yawa.
You need to remind me nga bukyali. Okay?
Kale gusa.
Yeah.
Understood. Yes, sir.
Basically, I'll relate it to risk and leverage because that's all about risk management. Maybe I'll make it clearer to you and how to use it. So guys, that has been it. Enjoy your evening. Let me end the session here.
Thank you.